All right, welcome back, everybody. So, we're going to start something new. Okay, so, I know. Terrible at technology, huh? Well, who knows if it's going to take off. But I've yet to get a subscriber. I just made it today. So, let me see if I can't, let's see. Boom, 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 tools. There's got to be, view docs. That's it. I want to see my chat doc. Ta-da! There it is. All right, we're going to put the posting right there. And hopefully you guys will go ahead and click on that and subscribe to my new channel. I'm trying to pull it. I left my tablet upstairs, so we're trying to pull it up down here on this. Hey, Mike. Outdoors. Hey, how are you, bud? So, anyway, if you can click on that and subscribe, that would help my channel. We get the first subscriber. You'll be the #1 subscriber. Outdoors and some random other stuff. Let me see if can I pin that? I probably could pin that. Good day, good day, good day. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. Trying to... Can you pin it? I probably can't pin it. I don't know. I don't think I can pin it. Oh well, what can you do? What can you do? All right. So, how you doing, outdoors? So we're going to, the whole idea of the channel is, I'm an old tech guy. I really am. Just retired from tech and went into fishing. Obviously, I didn't make that transition very good because I was terrible at fishing. I'll probably pin it. See, I'm doing this in OBS, so I'm not doing it in. I can't. I'm trying to do it here on my thingy, on my, probably can't do it, huh? Oh, well, we'll just keep posting it. I'll keep posting it. We'll just keep posting it. I guess that's another way of pinning it. All right, so, but yeah. Terrible at fishing. Terrible at technology. So, I've learned so much. Here's the new computer I built. And I learned so much in researching it. And it's got me interested again. In it. It's my off season, so I'm not fishing. You kind of have these off seasons in between your fishing seasons, your winter and your spring. And so, it's still snowing this morning out here. It's crazy, but it's supposed to get to 70 degrees next week, so that'll melt the snow on top of the ice, which will melt the ice, and it'll just, sooner or later, we'll see open water again. But in the meantime, I thought it'd be fun to, sort of bounce back and forth between two channels in the off season. And as I acquire new technology, we'll learn about it. So there's so much going on. And it's probably this is about the most affordable that we've seen building a computer in a long time. We're going to build one for my boy too. So we built one for my daughter, my oldest. My son now wants one because she got one and I got one. So what's my favorite? I owned a marketing company and I worked out of Taiwan part-time. Sort of bounced back between the States and Taiwan. And I inserted into the market a new semiconductor called an FCLED, flip chip LED. The inventor of it is a friend of mine. He owns a worldwide patent, at least he did back then. And the flip chip LED revolutionized LED lighting. But I couldn't, he invented it, and I couldn't really compete with the two big boys on the market, which was Cree and Philips. That's 99% of the marketplace. But with the FCLED, I have a few around here somewhere. The FCLED was impervious to pressure, and it had redundant. The LEDs chips were actually embedded into a circuit board, and you could lose one or two or three and still not worry about losing the light. And because it was impervious to pressure, we had tested at 10,000 foot-pounds. It had incredible durability, unlike anything else. Normally, an LED is attached with little wire leads onto the wafer. This wasn't. There was no wire leads on each one of these chips. So I had to come up with a very ingenious way of marketing this. What market? Because I couldn't compete with Cree and Philips. I mean, they had the marketplace. But we had something they couldn't do. So the very first thing that we did, and it's strangely that I actually ran across this company down in Del Mar, but they make hyperbaric chambers. I didn't sell all my fish. That was an April Fool's joke. That was an April Fool's joke. That stuff back there, I got tons of it. We're going fishing again, don't worry. So I sold the FCLED to a hyperbaric chamber, which hyperbaric chambers, if you can't put lights in them, they'll implode. So this was the first time in history that a light was put inside a hyperbaric chamber. Pretty amazing. So after we got our name sort of given it a uniqueness to it, I went to NASA over in Huntsville, Alabama, which is the home of NASA. We had a trade show there. Should have seen all the rocket scientists coming up to me and actually learning all about the new FCLEDs. And that made the government of the Alabama government very interested in us. So I got to talk to them. And so really it just sort of took off. The FCLED was actually put inside NASA, inside the Border Patrol, third world countries. We had a very unique product that Philips and Cree could not do. We used Cree chips, though, believe it or not. But, because we still had to have chips embedded into the circuit boards. And we didn't make the chips, so we bought the Cree chips. So really a fantastic, that was really my most fun. I mean, in technology, I got to travel the world, and I got to look smart in front of people so much smarter than me, like rocket scientists and physicists. And it made me look smart, made me feel smart, because I knew something they didn't. And they were intrigued with me, and it was just fun. Huntsville, Alabama is awesome. I mean, it's now the biggest city in Alabama. And it doesn't feel like you're in Alabama. Huntsville has more PhDs per capita than any other city in the world. I mean, it's just smart people all over the place. It's also the most underemployed people in the world. So, but really a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoyed. My company was called RKI, Ruffino Kelly International, and I was the brains in the company, and my business partner was the financing guy. He made sure we got financing, but I had to sell it. I mean, I had to come up with. I went to trade shows in Hong Kong and all over the world. I mean, it was just a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. So you asked me what's your favorite thing I did in technology? That is definitely it, because I got to see things in Taiwan. Taiwan is where all the is. They're smarter than Silicon Valley. I mean, Silicon Valley focuses on computers. In Taiwan, they focus on everything. I gave a presentation in front of the guy that invented the radio telescope. These telescopes are acres big. And after I was done, he and his buddies went to a board and started redoing stuff. And I was new to Taiwan, so I didn't speak Chinese yet. And I asked my Taiwanese business partner, I go, what's going on? He goes, oh, they like what you said. They're redesigning their product to incorporate ours. And I said, best buying sign I ever saw. That was great. I actually have that prototype out in my garage. So, pretty cool. But that they had redesigned. So, it's... I enjoyed it. Yeah, semiconductors don't have to be... It sounds boring, but what I did with it was not boring at all. Not at all. It was exciting. Really, really exciting. Look at I got some green on my shirt, so look at that. You can see through me. I wish I was that thin. So I went to the cardiologist today, and my blood pressure is just through the roof. So new meds get my blood pressure down, and get that under control. That'll help, because I'm tired and dizzy, and my balance is off. When your blood pressure shoots up, it's like you have a sunburn. So it's just I gotta lose weight. That's what I gotta do. I want to see my neck again. You know, when you get fat, you lose your neck. Your neck disappears. See that picture of me right there? No neck. I want my neck back. So, but definitely, I want you guys to check out my new channel. I mean, it'll be a fun channel. I'll try to, sort of keep things separate. And, fishing over to the Terible fishing technology over at technology. Oh, good. My prescription's ready, it says. I got my wife out to pick it up. Fishing in creeks for brown trout, what would you prefer for bait or lures? A spoon. Put a spoon on it. And let that spoon sort of work its way through the water. Spoons work really, really well. And, you don't have to use a big spoon. I mean, you can just use, about a 1.5 inch, 2 inch spoon. And that's plenty. And typically something that's flashy, in a rainbow color. And because brown trout like to eat rainbow trout. So if you try to imitate a spoon in a rainbow fashion, and let that sort of run its way through the current, that should catch a nice brown pretty nicely. That would be really good. So just a wavy spoon that's a rainbow color, that would work really well. I like that. That would be. Do I have one up there? Oh, I do have. This one's a little bit big though. One I painted, and here's another one. There's a big one. There's a big spoon. To sort of give you an idea, these are two that I painted. Let's see. So this is a brown trout spoon. So that's a brown trout spoon. It's kind of big though. It's about 2.5 inch. This is about a 3 inch. And this is sort of a rainbow. But use a smaller spoon than this in a creek. I'd go about 2/3 of this size. But you notice how I kind of painted it half because I wanted a flash on it with the color, and it works really well. So the this is a brown trout design. So, but run this through it, something like this, that would work really well. So, and then this big old beast. Something like this in my lake, because it's so big. The really large brown trout, they love hitting big stuff like this. So this is a great brown trout bait in my lake. Really good. But in a creek, that would sink too fast. So you want it sort of to float and let the current sort of play with it a little bit. Unless it's a deeper creek. More of a river. If it's a river, then you can get away with something this big. But a creek, you want to go smaller. But a river, you could do that. So really nice though. Those work really good. I painted those. So I can't wait to get my boat back in the water. I really can't. That'll be really, really, really fun. It's just all this snow. We have so much snow. Our lake is 2.5 feet thick of ice underneath all the snow and slush. It is just crazy. So anyway, I built this computer and I found out I'm not a gamer. I kind of knew I wasn't a gamer. So although I did get a motocross game. Timmy, I did get a motocross game. So I don't like it when I have too many buttons. So WASD is about as good as I want to do. So forward, backward. And even then, my fingers are a little stiff. And this hand, this part of my hand is numb because of nerve damage. So not exactly sure when I'm turning left. There's like a foot or more of snow in Utah. Well, we've had a great winter. Here in the western United States, where I'm in Oregon, of course, but we've gotten so much snow, and it really will start to fill up our reservoirs are already filling up. And Shasta Lake, which is about 2 hours from me, it's in Northern California. Shasta Lake's huge, and it's it's going to fill up this year. Yeah, you got a motor now. Awesome. Hey, don't forget to scroll up on and subscribe to my new channel there, Terrible at Technology. Yeah, it'll be nice. I can't wait to go fishing again out on my boat and get some bass fishing in. You got to get that turn. Come on, you can come in. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, the fishing's going to be a lot of fun once we get back out on on open water. I mean, I've enjoyed my ice fishing, but it's just too thick right now. And now that by the time it thins down, it's going to get all slushy. It won't be that much fun. Yeah, we all do, Jenny. I mean, we can complain all we want right now, hoping, but we need this. We need it. We need the watershed. Shasta, Mount Shasta, which is above Shasta Lake. Mount Shasta is a glacier, and that glacier almost disappeared. So they really need the western United States here. We needed it bad. Well, it won't overflow. They'll control it, but it is really, really good right now. It's about 25% down right now, but it'll fill up. Believe me, it was really, really, really low. You'd go a quarter mile down into the lake before you got to the water. I mean, it was crazy shallow. I mean, it wasn't shallow. I mean, it's still 100, 150 feet deep. Shasta Lake's a very, very deep lake. I mean, so now it'll get back up to its 300, 350 feet of depth. It's a really good bass lake, especially for spotted bass. That lake, if you ever look it up online, it's just everything is nothing but coves and points all over the place. It's not an open lake like you would think. It's a snake, a spider web of a lake, and because it has all these coves and points to it, it really is a very easy lake to find bass in. Really easy lake to find bass, because I mean, if you look at my latest video of my spring migration, you could. Shasta Lake has sort of a guaranteed highway of fish that the bass run along, and you can actually fish that trench, and as it comes up, you know exactly where these bass are. It's a very easy lake. Okay, get back to work, buddy. It was a puddle at Christmas. It was depressing, but it's got water now. So, anyway, get back to work, Timmy. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to my new channel, Terrible at Technology. Get the first subscribers today. Just created it. So, yeah. Any other questions about fishing? I mean, we can talk about the fishing, since I'm doing a live broadcast on my fishing channel, sort of telling you guys about the Terrible at Technology channel. So I really do like these. I'm gonna have to, come into spring. We'll start working the using spoons more. I'm not a big trout fisherman. Random. Nice. How you doing, buddy? Don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, Terrible at Technology. Oh, look. I'm so terrible I'm out of focus. Yeah. It's supposed to be a really good camera. Focus. There it goes. Yeah, subscribe to my new channel. Try to get you guys will be the first subscribers on my new channel. So who knows? I mean, it might pick up. I don't know. We're going to talk about all sorts of technologies on that. We might, I might just talk about flip chip LEDs. Maybe. I mean, it's not really a consumer thing per se, but gosh, what is up with that camera? Huh. Oh yeah. Thanks, Random. Yippee. Yeah, I'm not a very good trout fisherman. So, coming into the spring before the bass get up, I want to, we get into that open water. It'll still be really, really cold. I really want to learn to do better on trout fishing. So, using spoons, spinners, or maybe even do some kokanee fishing this year. God, what is up with this camera? Focus. There it goes. It'll be out of focus in a second. Oh. But yeah, I need to do better on trout fishing, and maybe some kokanee fishing this year. That needs a downrigger in the summer because the kokanee really like to go way deep, and you need a downrigger. So, but my boss says that he'll take me. Well, bass fishing's a lot easier in certain lakes. I mean, you guys see me catch bass all the time. So, and I catch fishing for bass. That big German brown, last year I caught fishing for bass when I'm on a lipless with a spinner on the back. So, yeah, we'll but I want to work these spoons. I've never, to be honest, I don't think I've ever really spent any time on spoons, and it'll be interesting to see what I can do with the spoon. I have to do some research on it and figure it out. I use OBS. Yeah, I use OBS. There's a way. I just reloaded OBS, so they changed some of the screens and stuff on it a bit. And there is a way to simulcast into other things. So I have to figure that out, because I want to simulcast not only maybe on this channel, but Terible Technology, but also my Facebook, and do and just work all that. So you never really use spoons? Oh, well, neither have I. But spoons work. And for the German browns, I think the spoons work really, really well. They like big things like this. They love that. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind this will catch a German brown if I learn how to use it correctly. If I can learn how to use it correctly, every bait has it's a personality. Oh yeah, Streamlabs is pretty good. Or I use StreamYard. I've used StreamYard before. And StreamYard is really, really good. OBS allows me to do some really fun things, this green screen, this, subscribe up here. And I can add all sorts of different things to OBS. And it's free software. I mean, OBS is it's an open source software, so it's really a nice software. Most streamers use OBS, and it's just a good piece of software. You can do anything you want with it. So stick that thing up, although I can't pin, evidently. I could do that in StreamYard. I could pin this in StreamYard. So, but oh well. Yeah, I got this new blood pressure cuff because my old one's pump stopped working, and it's really neat. It's got a Bluetooth app, so when I went to my cardiologist, I just showed him all my blood pressures for the last few weeks on this app. So I mean, it's really nice because different times of day, different things, and I've yet to get a normal reading. So my last one was crazy high. I mean, 167 over 120. That's just crazy high. Oh yeah. No, you can't find OBS for phone. Yeah, when I'm actually out on the water, I'll just stream off of my phone, and that's just a YouTube live, which I mean, I put this, I mount it, and then, do that with it. So the I just let it go and let you guys watch. Hopefully it's a good camera angle. Or I use my tablet. When I'm ice fishing, I'll use my tablet for streaming, because I could see you guys in your comments better than on my little phone. So, and again, it's just YouTube Live. So, or I'll switch it up. I'll go to Facebook Live or Instagram. So, I don't do much on Instagram, though. I really don't. So, I pretty much look at Instagram to keep track of my nieces, because they use it, and they're over in Florida. So, I always keep an eye out for them and see what they're doing. And Facebook, I've had Facebook for years, so I've got thousands of people on Facebook that follow me, almost 4,000, 3,800. And then, we've got you guys. I mean, almost at 1,100 here on Terrible at Fishing. So it was really cool. I went to my cardiologist today, and the girl at the desk, she went ice fishing with her boyfriend, and I helped them out at the lake. And she goes, "You're the fishing guy, aren't you?" I go, "Yeah, I'm the fishing guy." She goes, "You helped us." I go, "I remember." I go, "You caught something." I go, "But I don't remember your boyfriend catching anything." She goes, "Oh, he did, but I caught more." So it was really nice. Really nice. I mean, people in this area, if you were to look up Lake of the Woods, Oregon, this is the channel that pops up every single time. So, yeah, I don't use it either. So, random, I don't either. So, I mean, once in a while something I post on Facebook posts on Instagram. So that's how I get things on Instagram. But yeah, it was really cute. Is that she recognized me, and then the I don't know, the PA or somebody comes by. She's telling me, "Oh, he's the fishing guy," and Lyle is the guy's name, and he goes, "Yeah, I know. We were talking fishing." She subscribes to the YouTube channel. But that's a nice thing about, locally people know me, and it's kind of fun because I'll go out and people recognize me. So it's sort of like, feels like my 15 minutes of fame every once in a while. And it makes you feel good that people enjoy your channel. So maybe I'll stop by and I'll drop her by a bait, to go bass fishing. One of my favorite baits, and we'll drop that by, because she says that she's going to go bear hunting. She's going to give me some bear. I love bear meat. Oh, it's so good. So that'll be fun. That deserves some baits right there. She give me bear meat, and I'll give her some baits. So, bear burgers. Have you guys ever had a bear burger? Oh, so I had a hamburger with bear meat, and it was just so good. Oh, you have no idea. On your fishing videos, well, I'm still learning too. I mean, I have a setup with a clamp for my phone on my boat, and I set it up behind me so you guys sort of get a wide view on it. I've tried to use GoPros, but GoPros are, and even one that, like the GoPro 8 that I have, that's voice activated, which I have misplaced. I don't know where I went. Cleaned up this place, I still can't find it. But that's a lot of editing involved. So I'd rather just do a live and just let you guys, travel along with me. Waiting for somebody at my school to find my channel and spread it around. Oh, really? Okay. We do have a nice community here at Klamath Falls. It's big, but it's not big. In the Klamath Falls area, there's other little towns around here. There's about 60,000 or so in this area, but it doesn't grow. I mean, it's going to stay 60,000. This is the first town I've ever lived in without new subdevelopments and housing tracts being built. In California, they're always building a new housing tract and subdevelopments in every town I've ever lived in. But this town, nobody builds. It's going to stay this big forever. And that's why you buy houses like this. This is a 110-year-old house, I mean, this thing, this is my basement. Look, see, there's my wall. This is my wall. It's like, I'm in a cave down here. That's what I am. This is a cave with rocks and everything. So that's what you buy here. You buy really old, established homes in Klamath Falls. There's a few new ones, and there's some areas you can build a custom home, buy some land super cheap. For a couple $100. And then, but then you have to, get all the permits, and you got to dig your well, your electricity. It's just, or you can go on propane. But there are some beautiful homes. There are some beautiful homes right on the lake, actually, on Lakeshore, that are for sale right now. I drive by them. They're real pretty. And you have lake access right there, so. But there's some really nice homes in this area. And that's the nice thing about shopping here is, if you're shopping for a home, it's like, one, the homes are not that expensive. When I bought this home, it was half the price of what this home is right now. If I sold this home today, it would double the price of what I paid for it. So, Brigham City has a solid 20,719 people as of right now. Hey, Connery. Well, this area has several little towns attached to it. So, hey, don't forget, Connery, subscribe to my new channel. Subscribe to my new channel. There you go. Subscribe to my new channel. Got to get the first few people on my channel. Terrible technology. Wasn't it your live I watched the other day? You were playing the trombone, right? Was that you? Was that you? I really enjoyed a high school concert. It reminded me when I was in band. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. Was that you playing the trombone? I think it was, right? But I enjoyed it. It was seeing you play the trombone. Yeah, seeing you play the trombone. I was watching you live. And it reminded me, because I was in band in high school. I was a drummer, though. I was a percussionist. We'll say percussionist, because I could play all the percussion instruments except for the piano. Something about the treble clef. But, I played timpani when I was in Symphonic Winds and Orchestra. I played the tenor drum in marching band. So it was a lot of fun. It was crazy years, though. Oh, my goodness. I would never let my kids be in band, because what we did in band, nobody should know about. That you cannot. Thanks, Connery. You can't. I can't divulge what I did in high school band publicly. Yeah, the trombone. Yeah. Oh, that's what Random plays, is the trombone. No. Yeah, isn't that the trombone? Where do you do that? The slide trombone, yeah. That's what Random plays. And he was playing it on his channel the other day. You should look it up, Connery. But that's what he plays. Really hard instrument. Because you gotta have a lot of muscle memory on that. And it's not as easy as pressing a few buttons, or keys and whatnot on every other instrument. But that and, the violin or fiddle or whatever, those things require you to know where those notes are, and your muscle memory's just got to go to it. So, yeah, I played the timpani in Symphonic Winds and Orchestra. Yeah, what happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Yeah, well, we went on trips, a lot of trips, and I think you were on a trip there, weren't you? We traveled. We were we would be in musical competitions all over the state. Oh my goodness, soccer videos. One thing, I played soccer 1 year growing up. It was the hardest sport. I mean, I was a football player, but soccer required more endurance and more physical fitness from me than any other sport. I played baseball, soccer, football. I settled on football because I just like hitting people when I was younger. Although I did break a lot of bones. I mean, I broke a hand, broke my legs a couple times, a scar up here. I mean, it's just, yeah, we played rough. But soccer was the toughest sport. It's just, you're always running, and it's just a non-stop physical endurance race, for soccer. So, great props to all soccer players, because, I mean, they are probably, and probably the reason that rugby was invented, or Australian rules football, is because somebody got a little, somebody wanted to hit somebody in soccer. So they invented rugby. So you can run all over the place and beat people up. We traveled from Box Elder Middle School to Kane College of Fine Arts at Utah State. Yeah, it looked like you were at a competition. And again, that brought up really cool memories of me going down to San Diego State or Santa Cruz, or we would do marching competitions and then orchestra competitions, which were two totally different worlds. And we would travel, the state of California, and try to win entry into big parades like the Rose Parade and stuff like that. We just missed that by one. They took the top three. We were four. But, oh well. But we did pretty good, in the Santa Cruz competition march. We were in the drum corps. So drum corps have sort of their own thing. And so one thing about spinning your mallets or whatever is just, you always have extra in your suit, because a few of them will fly off. Hit somebody someplace. You got to grab another one and just start and keep going. Don't try not to miss a beat. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of fun. Our drum major was only like 4 feet tall, though. It's not like we could see her. Oh, soccer developed from rugby. So you're saying that soccer players got tired of being hit. So they invented soccer. I could see that. Rugby's rough, man. I mean, I was used to love watching Australian rules football, which is sort of rugby-esque, but they got field goals. So, and then they got these judges that stand and do this in the end zone, when you score points. And so I used to love watching that when I was younger. I always got a chance to see it on a regular basis. That was fun. I enjoyed Australian rules football. Oh, my goodness. Hey, James, thank you. Got a new channel. Started a new channel today. So, James, if you want to jump on that and hit subscribe, that'd be awesome, James. So, But yeah, I mean, I thought it'd be fun. I mean, some people, when I started doing technology on Terrible at Fishing and did create a new playlist, a lot of people, they just, oh my gosh, you're quitting, you know. And I did do that April Fool's joke. And I eliminated the video the next day. So I only did it the one day for the April Fool's video. But I like talking about tech. I do. I like talking about tech. Oh, look at this. So I made this white computer with lots of ARGB. Check that out. It's my white gaming headphones. See, look at that. Look at that. See, it's got lights all over it. Got lights on it. Look at that. Do I look like something out of Star Wars? Yeah. They're comfortable too. So, yeah, I wanted them to match my computer. Everything's got to match my computer now. It looks so clean. Oh, I had this little area too. Look. See that? See that? There's my little butterflies. Or hummingbirds. Yeah, and there's a little area in there that actually was empty. So I had this beautiful piece of etched glass with hummingbirds, and I put them in there, and the light sort of hits the flowers and the hummingbirds really nice. It adds a little decoration inside the computer case. I know. Kind of tweaky. But a lot of people do that. People will put their little bobbleheads or whatever in there. You know, I tried to find a model of one of my favorite cars, but they were just too big for it. You know, like a '69 Dodge Charger, and you see this right here. I'm a big sprint car fan, so this is a signed 1/8 scale of Mark Kinzer's. He was called Mopar Mark back when he was racing. Steve Kinzer, this is his cousin, king of the dirt track. So, but anyway, I had Mark sign this, and so this is, World of Outlaws. World of Outlaws. It is the World of Outlaws is the greatest show on dirt. So. But yeah, I had Mark sign this, and there he is. That's Mark. Really nice guy. Where did he sign it? He had to sign the car. Thought I had him sign it. How can I not have Mark sign this? I guess not. You know, I saw him that day. What kind of person am I? Ay. Oh well. Dodge doesn't do this anymore. Actually, all the racers were really cool guys. Even Steve Kinzer is the king of the World of Outlaws, and he let me sit in his car once, so that was pretty cool of him. I couldn't fit in it, but I tried. What would I play if I could play a sport? Some random, I would do basketball. I like fishing. Fishing's a sport. That's it. The thing is that I'm not physically capable of doing anything beyond fishing. So, fishing's a sport. Yeah, but when I was younger, it was always football. When I was young, it was football. I love football. Something about when you put on the gear. I changed personalities. I was not the nice guy anymore. It was like putting on a costume, and I could be something totally different, which was just a ruthless brute. And that's what I became when I played football. I was a ruthless brute. Oh, I loved her. You know what? Actually, oh God, what was his name? Who is it? Who is the national champion multiple times? He's from Fresno. Oh shoot. NHRA. Let's see. NHRA champion. Fresno. Gary Selzy. Gary Selzy was a customer of mine, and I knew him pretty well as a customer. And Gary's from Fresno, and he was interesting because Gary he talked to me. He says the takeoff wasn't as big. Once you get used to the takeoff, it's fine, but it's really the braking. He says it just destroys your body, Mike. You know, you take off, and then oh, my dad drag races in Medford. Really, every once in a while. Wow. Yeah, they have a drag strip here. Gary Selzy, though, you look him up. I mean, he's a multiple champion of NHRA. And Gary is really, really good. Oh, no. Well, that's, one thing about racing. It's expensive. And Gary's a really nice guy. He's a small town boy. Although he's not a boy, he's not as old as I am, but Gary's a nice guy. And that's what I find, when you're in the paddock with all these racers, even if you go to an IndyCar race, or you go to a NASCAR race, or something like that, I mean, usually these racers are pretty cool. They know that they exist because of their fans. And most of them are very, very down home. I mean, you can get their autograph, you buy their shirts, you buy their models. I can't tell you how many shirts I have with signatures on it. I mean, a lot of shirts. Stop by their trailer, you buy whatever they got, and they'll sign it. And they'll let you sit in their car or whatever, if it's after the race or whatever, and they're not busy packing up, or in between days, it's a lot of fun. The Smurf, awesome. I need to get out there when the races start up again. I've driven by it. I've just never been to a race out there. I'd love to see them start the dirt track racing up again. I've heard that they want to start the dirt track racing up at Medford again. And there is nothing more fun than dirt track racing. That model I showed you, these World of Outlaw cars are 900 horsepower sprint cars with no mufflers, so it's really, really loud. And they put 16 of them on a quarter-mile dirt track. Imagine that, 16 900 horsepower race cars on the track that you ran around in high school. I mean, this is the greatest show on dirt. Oh, that'd be awesome, Random. I'd love to meet them and watch them race. I mean, I love races. Gosh, it's just so much fun. I'd love to get out there. I haven't explored this area very well. Besides fishing, I mean, I go over to Medford, just do some shopping every once in a while. But yeah, I don't go over to Medford much at all. So put that link again, just in case somebody pops in. So we'll pop it in there again. So let's see what we got. Terrible at technology. Yeah. What do we got? We got 6 subscribers. Woohoo! Oh, Ben Barry. That was nice. We got 6 subscribers. We're off to the races. I think his buddy's car name is the Rabbit. So you got the Smurf and the Rabbit. That was perfect. That's perfect. I gotta take my boy out there. I've never taken my kids to a race. Wow. That has been a long time, hasn't it? I used to go all the time. But see, I never took the kids because they were too young. And I went with my father-in-law a lot. Yeah, I gotta get out more. I gotta get out more. And I do different stuff. Bond. One thing about dirt track races, you gotta have goggles on. Because that, when they start, it throws mud. And then when they end, it's packed dirt and it's just dust. So we all wear goggles. I learned that the hard way. That'd be fun outdoors. That'd be fun. I don't know how this is going to work, with a second channel. It was tough enough. It's tough enough keeping up with one channel. But, doing a second channel, but separating, 2 totally different channels. It'll be interesting to see what we can do with it. If it grows, if it doesn't grow. So, in Woodburn, Oregon. I don't even know where Woodburn, Oregon is. See, I don't get out much. I have to definitely check out some of these tracks. Because, I know I could drive down to Chico and see some World of Outlaws there. And then somebody says there's some World of Outlaws still in Oregon, so I need to go to a WOW. My boy's got to see it. He's just got to see it. Even my daughter, she would probably love it too. It's pretty exciting. You cannot not like World of Outlaws racing once you've been there, because it is just a crazy amount of racing. These guys are suicidal sometimes. There was actually his son is now racing, Jack Hodenshield. He was called the Wild Child, and so there is Hodenshield. I assume is his son on the circuit nowadays. So, but yeah, we'll have to get out there. That'd be a fun live to do. That would be a fun live. We'll put it. We'll have to. I don't know which channel I would put it on. Technology? Yeah, probably technology, because it wouldn't be fishing. But because there's so much tech, in racing. So it'd be fun to have something like that. Oh, it's about 4 hours north of here, huh? Well, yeah, that's pretty far. That's like Salem, Oregon, right? Salem's 4 hours. So, but yeah, I haven't even seen the Oregon coast yet. I need to see the Oregon coast. Go to Brookings or something like that, and check it out, and bring the boat over there. Hit that river mouth right there. So that'd be fun. That would be fun to do that. That's 4 hours away, so 4.5 hours, and that's quite a drive. To have to stay the night, I think. And then hit the water in the morning, and then drive back that day. So, yeah. Oh, it's pretty close to Salem? Yeah. That's 4 hours to Salem, so. All right. Well, you know what? I want to thank you guys. Thanks for supporting this channel, but this channel too. And yeah, we're going to try to do some fun stuff on that one. Maybe I'll blow some stuff up. Little Mythbusters type of thing. Mythbusters. What can we blow up? I think in Oregon you can blow stuff up. California you can't blow stuff up, but in Oregon I think you can blow stuff up. Yeah, you should. You should live stream your soccer. Absolutely. I mean, Random live streamed his concert the other day, and I loved it. I mean, it brought back memories. It was fun to see him, doing the slide trombone. It was cool, really cool. So you definitely, yeah. But tell us who you are out there, so we can at least try to see you. But yeah, definitely. If you do a live stream of your soccer, tell us who you are, so we can root you on, and get into the game a bit, or at least which side of the team you're on. So, but yeah, it'd be fun to do stuff like that. I mean, yeah, why not? So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I want to thank you for starting my channel off, with subscribing to it. I really appreciate it. We got 6 whole subscribers so far. We're off to the races, and maybe it'll become bigger than Terrible at Fishing. I don't know. Terrible at Fishing is more of a local channel here. Everybody likes it. What position did I play in soccer? I can't remember. We were kids. I don't think we had. I think they just sent us out there and we ran up and down and tried to score. I don't know. But I was a tight end in football. I was a tight end in football. Tight end in football got to do everything. We got to block. We got to run patterns. We got to run the ball. I mean, sometimes they pull and I'd be able to, do a Statue of Liberty type of thing, or flip it over to me. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, we got to do everything as a tight. Probably the best position in football is a tight end. I mean, it's just you can do everything. I mean, but I also paid the price. When you can do everything, people hit you harder. And in football, your goal is to get to the third string. You break the legs of the first stringer, and you concussion the second stringer, and hope by the end of the game you got the third string in front of you. I mean, I told you I was mean. I put on the gear. I wasn't the nice Michael Ruffino, I was the crazy one, out there. And I just wanted to hurt the guy in front of me. That's not a good mentality. Not a good mentality. I don't think I'd want my kids to learn that mentality, because it's very gladiatorial. But I had fun. If I wasn't limping off the field, I had fun. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for supporting the new channel. So I really appreciate it. Take care, everybody.